Good morning. I made it. I made it. And I'm so excited for what today is going to bring me. It is snowing again, but hey, whatever. I'm just happy to be here with you. I'm so glad you made it back to. I've been playing around with names for this podcast live, whatever you want to call it. So I think today my focus is going to be calling it mindset reset. That's kind of what I've always keep getting pulled back to. So that's what we're talking about. That's the show today. Mindset reset. So what is it? How to change those thoughts in your head that are holding you back. Because, honey, the last few years have been a bit of a grind, as we all know. And I'm just super stoked to be here with you right now. Get ready for 2023. But I'm going to tell you, like all of you, 2022 was a pain in the ass if anybody else feels the same way. But it just really was a hard one, right? These last few years. And we thought, yes, 2022 is the year. And then a whole bunch of shit went sideways there too. So we're here. I love you. I know what it's like. And for me, I thought I was doing great and did great through the pandemic. I thought 2022, I'm like, look at me. I'm back on track. I'm on fire. And well, what the hell happened? All of a sudden, I would say probably in about October, I realized that I was crying every day and don't remember when that started. Probably started in, I don't know, July, maybe August, I think. I attribute it to premenopause, that awful word, the P word. I attribute it to everything else under the sun, not taking care of myself. So I started going to all these doctors, right? Because that's what we're talking about, how to get out of a rut. I started going to all these doctors, naturopaths, massage therapists, my doctor. All of them kept saying, I think you're burnt out, Zan. I think you're burnt out. And all I could say is, I don't even know what that means. I don't work hard enough to be burnt out, which is kind of funny, right? I do a lot of things, but I just didn't think that they were workout inducing. And then they started asking me to list kind of my life things and the things that be going. And I mean, I totally even disregarded the active shooting that we were in July, I think it was. But then all of a sudden, I started telling them all these things, going, "Wow, holy cow! I think I'm burnt out." And so, really, what it was about is what do I do to get out of that? Because we all get stuck. It's Christmas is coming up. I got family members who love Christmas. Every year I hate it and I'm down. And I think a lot of it too is because I've burnt myself out through the year. I've got this apprehension about Christmas, all of these memories and shit that comes along with it, feelings that aren't that are real but aren't real, right? Because they're all up in our head. It's the memories. So that is so much of what I love doing is figuring out how do I reset my mind and how do I get it to do the things that I need it to do. So that for me is this whole concept of this mindset reset is what I decided. I want this weekly show to be about how do we get control of that voice in our head that is not supporting us, that is holding us back, and reprogram our brain so that we have more positive thoughts that are coming through into our head, if that makes sense for you. So that's what I want to talk to you about is, am I out of my rut? Yes, I am slowly coming out of the valley. I would say that my rut started, and I don't even want to call it that. I would like to call it low grade depression of what it was. Done some research. I think it's called retrograde depression, where you don't even really realize you're depressed. All of a sudden, you've just lost a flavor for everything that you loved in your life. And I think that's what I did. Everything was just like, bleh, tastes like oatmeal, tastes like chalk. I don't want that. And it wasn't that I was sad. And I love my other friend who said that to me. I'm not sad. I'm just depressed. And I think that's how I felt. So thank you for that. And it was just, what do I do to get going again? How do I get myself out of this spot that I'm in? So I started doing things. So what was the first thing that I started doing was getting back to exercise. And I'm going to give you these 5 steps that I took. I want to be brief and be bright with you today. And it really, the first thing was exercise, getting back to that. Any of you know me, I have a background as a fitness, health and wellness professional, yoga instructor, all of that stuff in my other life. And that's why I actually shut my studio down back in 2019 is because I stopped working out for myself. I stopped loving fitness. Everything became boring because it was just about making money. So I didn't really do anything through the pandemic either. I barely exercised. I just kind of went, ugh. And so one of the biggest things that I realized, when is the happiest that I've been in my life? And it's when I was moving my body, when I was in shape, when I was feeling good. And everybody's shape is different. So don't assume you've got to be like a fitness professional. It's not. It's about moving every day. It's about getting those endorphins going. I know another friend of mine says that she doesn't get those feel good hormones. It's really not about it. For me, it's about the feeling of accomplishment to go, yes, I beat you. I made it again. Yes, I did it. Because I don't get those feel good hormones every day when I do it either, Lovey. So don't worry about it. Just get your movie, just get your body moving, get that check mark for yourself, get that blood flow going, because it's so much about when you're in a rut is that I call it chest breathing, right? Where it's just kind of surviving. We need to get that breathing again, feeling that oxygen down into every fiber of our body. But we don't. We stop breathing. We just start slumping and we start going. And that's what I did is I sat in front of this computer for hours and days on end, hoping that my life was going to change by, I don't know, watching YouTube videos or watching your lives on Facebook. Thank you for that. You got me through a lot, but I wasn't sure what is it that I'm doing. So move your body. And if you're not sure, there's a million different YouTube videos out there. If you're struggling to get started, reach out, man. That's what I'm here for. Everyone says you're so busy, Zan. I am, but I always have time for a few words of encouragement for everybody. I always have some tools that I can pull out of my pocket for you and email off to you or message off to you. That's part of it. Getting out of a rut is what I'm going to be talking about here is reaching out to people. So after exercise, that's the next thing is you need to get help. You need to surround yourself with people that can support you with positivity. I'm already jumping ahead on my list. We'll do that after. I'm going to jump to this one now. It's really about finding people that can help you. So, two of my people, and it's not necessarily your friends because they're dealing with their stuff already. Reach out to your friends, love them, be there. But really, you need to start looking at who are my support, who else can support me. So, I'm going to jump back to one of my other things that I had on my list first, which was put your best face forward. So, these kind of two are connected. For me, I stopped doing my lives because I stopped caring about how I looked. I stopped fixing my hair. I stopped putting makeup on. And so then I would get this, I can't go on do a live because I look hideous. And what are people going to think? And oh my gosh, blah, 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 right? Never ending. So I realized that was my whole life. I wasn't showing up because I wasn't showing up, wasn't getting dressed for the day. I wasn't getting ready. And so I was always putting it off. Well, when I get dressed better, once I comb my hair, once I brush my teeth, once I put some makeup on, once I sing a happy song, I don't know, whatever those things are that we all think that we should be doing, I would put it off. So then my whole day got put off. And the next thing I knew, years got put off. So that's why if you've been watching me on Facebook, if any of you've seen and some of my lives, I stopped doing it for the last year. And other people are like, oh, look at Dad. She's so happy on Facebook. No, those are moments of joy. That's all they are. Don't let them fool you, right? That's not everybody's life every single second of the day is on Facebook or Instagram. It's moments of joy. So please don't ever think that I'm happy all the time. I'm not. I'm working on it like everyone. But I am trying to find those moments of joy whenever I can. So I wanted to get back to doing this because this just isn't for you, my darling. It is for me as well. This is part of my video blog or whatever you want to call it. This is part of me connecting with people because it's easy to sit in your house and not do anything. So this is my little way. And so getting back to that, it was put your best face on. So many times during depression during my life, that's what I started doing is I don't care. I'm not putting on, I'm just wearing my sweats and I'm just going to do nothing. Don't brush, don't get ready for the day at all. Why? And I know it's hard. And you don't have to get all super prettied up. Comb your hair, brush your teeth, have an ice cold shower. Put your best sweatpants on. If you're like me, you've got exercise pants on the bottom and you put on a blazer because you're going to go work out after this. That's the other thing is habit stacking. We'll talk about that on another day, but I've got to do a couple things together to get ready. So my exercise clothes are under my fancy blazer. So the other thing is, did I super? No, I didn't have a shower this morning. Kind of flattened my hair, straight ironed my hair for 5 minutes and slapped on about 5 minutes of makeup. Other people might go, oh, geez, is that all you did? Or why bother? Because that's part of getting out of my rut. It's part of me showing up every day and feeling good is doing some little thing that I can do to show up for myself. So put your best face forward. Be ready. You never know who you're going to see or meet out in the world. And there's nothing worse than not being ready. right? And that's, hey, anybody knows if you ever had a crush in your life, I'll never forget being in Shoppers Drug Mart and seeing the guy and realizing, oh my God, I'm in grubby sweatpants, a grubby jacket, grubby almost work winter boots. Like I looked awful. And looking back now, if he liked me, he wouldn't have cared either way. But I avoided him in the store and I walked away and I never had anything to do with him. Could have been, thankfully, I found my true love. But anyway, right? Be ready. You never know when that job offer's coming, that friend, that partner, that next TV show that you might get cast for, right? Be prepared. And at the very least, you don't have to feel that, oh, I missed another opportunity because of my depression or because I wasn't ready or because of my rut. Okay. So put your best face forward. So I flip back to that. How do you do that when you're not feeling it? You need to find people to help you. So two people, two little angels that popped into my life that I didn't even realize. One of them, I got invited accidentally to go to a massage session at a meeting I was facilitating. They said, you need to go see this lady. She's amazing. And I was like, okay, I'll go for a free massage. Who won't? Long story short, she tried to explain to me, I'm not like your regular massage therapist. I do a different kind of it. And some people get some healing out of it. I was like, yeah, whatever. Just get on with it. Time's ticking, lady. I got my hour here. 3 hours later, as I was curled up in the fetal position on her table, crying, going, what did you do to me? And she's like, I didn't do anything. And she didn't. She just gave me space to be and to talk and to share what I was feeling. And it was amazing. And she was a stranger. And was it counseling? No, it was my own way of screaming out my feelings and getting my own thoughts out. So it isn't always a counselor that's going to be the person for you. So that's what I was taught is counseling. Not always. Sometimes it's just people that they don't even, she didn't even say anything. She wasn't trying to counsel me. She just gave me time to talk, to feel. So thank you for that. You're amazing, Kim, and I appreciate you so much. And I send you so much blessings and love right now. My second person, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or anything, big thing I've been working on is my fashion. What is that all about? Well, I've always dressed decently, but I think I've always dressed very conservatively. I've been afraid, what are people going to think? I've got a sex pot underneath this blazer all the time. But it was always, I grew up with trauma. I grew up with, just bits of sexual abuse and things in my life. So it was always being sexy, attracting attention to yourself was not necessarily a good or a healthy or a safe thing to do. And so I never did it. And now I'm in this beautiful time of my life where I'm starting to feel my confidence and I'm realizing that all the stories that I told myself that were taught to me, they're true, but they're not necessarily true for me. And that I can be myself and want what I want and love what I want, but not have to be afraid or that it's going to turn out negatively or wrong. And so I met this wonderful lady at Le Chateau, one of our wonderful Canadian stores that is now shut down. But Elaine, I loved the way she dressed, and that's what I'd watch her. And I finally said to her one day, and I just said, I just love the way you dress. I love it. It's sexy and it's business. And we joke about it. I say it's like slutty business attire. She hates that. I'm sorry. I love the way you dress. For me, it's sexy business attire. It's feeling good in what I'm wearing, being able to go to the office and then being able to go for drinks and dancing afterwards, right? Not having to go, oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. That's what I spent my whole life doing. So I said, Elaine, what can you do to help me? And long story short, so what Elaine does for me is, and I couldn't have done this on myself. She came over. We didn't go. People asked me, and I'll get back to you about was it expensive? This. So what Elaine did was she went through my closet. She got me to try everything on. She told me what looked good, what didn't look good, why it looked good, and why it didn't look good, so that I could start to be my own shopper out in public. Then she started putting together outfits and things that I never would have thought about in my closet, and that was the first step. And we got rid of 80% of my clothes. She made me let go of clothes that I've been hanging on to. Why? Because they're memories, good and bad memories from parts of myself that aren't me anymore, but were keeping me stuck because I go, well, I can't buy anything new because there's nothing that I've got all these other clothes. So if you're dealing with that, get rid of it. Don't keep that uncomfortable pair of underwear or bra or whatever that you got hanging around, baby. Get rid of it. And so that's what she did. So the second step was, okay, now these are the clothes we have. We're going to sell the other stuff online because she helped me sort that all out as well. Then it was, what do we need? What's missing? So then we started doing some shopping. But then we had a budget and we had an idea, and I wasn't just randomly walking through stores grabbing everything. I literally was looking for 2 white shirts, a black pair of pants, and a blazer, right? That's it. So was it expensive? No, not really. My time was spent on her, but I tell you, she was the best thing for me, because then what did we started doing? Changing my changing my bathroom up, because I wanted to get that shiny and sparkly and new, because I spent so much time in there, because I want to do my makeup and my hair. Well, I want my bathroom to look nice. So that's it. Small, tiny little steps, finding those people that can support you. Okay. Hopefully, you tuning in to this message. Oh, and that's my other friends. I just tuned in. My wonderful people who take care of my face, my hair, my body. My friends at Vitality. I love you. Mwah. And I used to think what kind of people are getting Botox or filler, or what people are getting things done to their bodies. What's wrong with them? They must be missing something in their life. Hell no, honey. They just maybe want to look their best, their sexiest, and their awesomest. Okay. That's what it's about for me. It isn't about missing out on something. It's about feeling as good as I can feel so that I can come and infect the rest of you with it. So, mwah, thank you for all of my helpers out in the world who are helping make me feel great and doing all the wonderful things. I feel you are truly amazing. And that's why I do this stuff. If I didn't have an audience, I'm a bored actor. If I was just going to sit at home and do nothing, this probably wouldn't matter to me. But I got big goals, my friend. I'm creating an empire online, is what I'm hoping, anyways. That's my business goals for 2023. So stay tuned, my friends. So reach out, get some help. Stop putting yourself second. And I get there's some things that need to be put, right? There's expenses, there's bills, there's this. But that's what I'm always doing, is creating a list and a budget and going, what do I want in my life? That's what it's going to be so much. Next week, we're going to be talking about, this week was going to talk about goal setting, but out of hell with it. That can be really depressing for people too. I wanted to do this mindset stuff to get you ready so that when we talk about goal setting next week, that you're going to be maybe a little more open to it. All right. So, because that's another huge one for me, is about getting out of my rut, was focusing on goals again. Okay. But that's another piece of it. I don't want to get too deep into that. And a huge one. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm just so excited to be back here, you guys. I missed you so much. So another part of it after my body work and the people is massage. Wow, what an amazing difference. I've had some body issues, chronic pain, and part of it's on my mindset, right? It's this mindset reset I need to do of this stress and this burnout. And massage has been a huge part of it. And I've been just trying all different types of massage people, and I've realized they're healers too. And I was always like, oh, massage is just such a thing that it's just off the side. Only if you got lots of money. Man, massage is so much the mind, body, soul. Massage to me is that connection between the mind, body, and the soul. So thank you, all of my massage specialists, therapists, treatments people out there. I love you. Thank you for the work that you do, because it's hard work and your hands are magic. And thank you for listening to me complain, because that's other things. I always go, I don't have time for counseling, but I always have time for massage. So thank you for that. But it's just doing that thing. Sometimes it's just taking a tennis ball and rubbing it on your legs. So if you can't make it to a massage therapist, Google self-massage. Okay. And there's tons of videos and things like that. So if you can't make it to a massage therapist, getting in touch with your body again, feeling the feelings, feeling how you feel, so important. Okay. So that has been another huge part of my journey. And oh, finally, good. I did have it on my list here. My final one for you folks is set some goals, man. When I don't have goals that I'm working towards, I am a very sad and lonely little person. And so that's what I've started working on, is what do I want to accomplish? And what do I got here? I got personal goals and I got business goals. This is one of my favorite things that I go to. Make it happen. My 3-month business action planner. I love this coachingtoolscompany.com. They're amazing. But if you're looking for some goal setting tools, some resources, comment resources below, goal setting, any of the things that I talked about today. Let me know, because I got tons of tools. But unless you ask me, I don't know. I'm not giving them out all the time. Just tell me what you need. I'm there for you. But that's really what it is writing down those goals too. It isn't just about wishing. We talk about intention. To me, intention is the connection between wishing, dreaming, and action. All right. It isn't just about saying, I'm going to say it out loud. You've got to write it down. Why? Because that triggers this autonomic response in your body that basically, when you write a goal down, there's a 30% increased chance that you are actually going to reach that goal just from writing it down. We'll talk more about the science, the brain science of it. But right now, I just want you to focus on getting that mindset back on track, figuring out how you want to feel, and you need to write it down. That's what I did. This little notebook I have all the time, and I've been waiting for the perfect book. Nope, I went to the dollar store and got this tiny book that I wouldn't care about, and it's been my little go-to where I'm writing down everything, my daily lives that I'm going to talk to you about. My next topic is going to be, a workshop that I'm doing, some notes there. I've got my personal to-do list. I got my business to-do list. So it's really just starting to do a brain dump. And you'd laugh. You'd say, well, Zan, it must be big Mount Everest things on your list. No, baby, if you want to look at my personal list, I'm trying to train my feet to wear high heels again. Wear high heels. That's the first one on my list. Make candles. I want to do some more crafts. That's a big part of it. Have some fun. That's the other thing about getting out of a rut too that I forgot to say. Do fun things. Make cards. Practice piano and singing. I love those things. Do my nails. It's so funny. I went and bought all of this quick dry nail polish because I couldn't go to the nail. But do you think I did it? No. Last night, I just said I'm doing it tonight. Now's the time. And shirts, a bunch of shirts that I love hanging in my closet that I never wear because they need to be ironed. Gonna go steam them after I talk to you guys. And post clothes on Facebook. So I told you about wonderful. Procrastination is the devil. I've had all these things. Elaine helped me put together, took pictures of everything. We wrote descriptions of everything, and we even put a price on them. I just have to go put them on Facebook Marketplace. So stay tuned if you want any of my Zan clothes. They'll be going in the next 2 days. All right, my friends. Sorry, I went a little longer than I hoped to. But that's a lot of where I'm at. That's helped me get out of my rut in these last few months. And I feel so damn good. So I want to say thank you, everybody, all of you. I love you so much. You have no idea how much you tuning in to watch these, your comments. Please let me know if you enjoyed this, if you give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. Are you in a rut? What are you doing? Have you been in a rut? Help people. That's what we're here to share. What have you done in your life that's helped you get out of a rut or helped you get unstuck? Because that's what this time for us is going to be. It's about a mindset reset. How do we start feeling the best that we can feel all the time? All right. So let me know. I need some helpers out there. Stay tuned. I'm going to be starting to talk about a couple of the women's retreats that I'm booking right now in some fun places. So if that's something you're interested, let me know. Reach out. I'm going to start a page here where if you're interested in being on my mailing list for any of my upcoming retreats, you can drop your email list there. And just any other resources. If there's anything I can do, if there's topics that you'd like me to dig deep into. I've been in this game for a few years and I got a few different things that I could chat with you guys about. Okay. So let me know. Also, I need to know, do I need to turn this into a podcast? I've been thinking about it, and I think I'm going to make the jump here and start looking at. So if anybody knows anything about podcasts out there, please, I'm looking for a podcast manager. So I would love to, that's part of growing my business this year, is reaching out to my friends, my family, my contact list to start getting my professionals lining up to help support me. All right, I'm getting out of here. It was supposed to be 10 minutes. I see we are way over that line, but I want to say, I love you. You got this. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. I can't say it enough. I don't even have my fun tool here. I was going to. But anyways, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Okay? It's time. What is it that you want to accomplish? Who do you want to be? What do you want to look like? How do you want to feel? Okay? Write it down. Let me know. All right? I love you, everybody. Have a fantastic day. And I will be talking to you next Tuesday, 10 a.m. PST. And we're going to be digging a little bit deeper into what my kick-ass plan for 2023 is. So hopefully if you are interested, tune in with me. And if you're loving this, let your friends know. Okay? Tell them to tune in. Thank you, all of you, for who tune in live. I love you guys. You're amazing. I'm also going to start getting back into my super fans here. So we'll be paying attention to who is participating, who is dropping comments, who is dropping hearts, because I love rewarding my Zan fans every month and just spreading some of that positivity and that love. Love you guys. Have a fantastic new year. Happy New Year. I cannot wait to hear what it is that you're accomplishing. And yes, I will be doing a vision board in January sometime. So if anybody's interested in a virtual vision board with me, let me know. All right. Bye.